When you say you want everybody to understand you, what is it that you want our listeners, because they're not going to get to be around you in the locker room, what is it that you want people to understand about you?
Well, I'm saying understand me. What I'm speaking on is like understand, like, you know, I work hard and I love the game of football. That's all you really need to know.
Ultra ass.
This is the thing. No. What? If Flacco told me to do this every day, I would do it. Because, bro, I real talk, chat, real talk. I go to him every day and I say, hey, bro, you good? You need anything?
But when you be like...
Right hand, because it's respect. You feel me? I feel that.
Oh, my gosh, this is a disaster. And if you're Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Barrow, their head coach and general manager, you go, hey, if one of these two kids starts, we're going to get fired.
Shedeur Sanders is in the spotlight once again, and this time, it's all about humility and respect. In a video that's quickly going viral, the young quarterback is winning hearts not with a touchdown pass, but with his words. Candid moment, Shedeur is seen speaking to a teammate who was airing a complaint. But instead of joining in, Shedeur shifted the mood entirely. He pointed to Joe Flacco, a veteran of the game, and said, if Joe asked me to clean his locker before leaving the training ground, I'd do it. That one line is now echoing across social media, a testament to his grounded attitude and the admiration he holds for those who paved the way. Shedeur has consistently shown respect for his teammates, both on the field and behind the scenes. In the locker room, it's this rare blend of talent and character that's making him stand out more and more in the NFL environment. We already know how exceptional he is when it comes to ETAAs, but now it's his humility, team-first mindset, and magnetic personality that are pushing him closer to a spot on the Cleveland Browns' first team. Whether or not he officially becomes part of the roster this coming season, one thing is crystal clear: Shedeur Sanders is a true sportsman. His presence alone uplifts the energy of any team, and his seamless ability to connect with players at all levels makes him an ideal fit wherever he goes. Even Joe Flacco recently shared his thoughts on Shedeur, calling him a man with an attractive persona and highlighting how he spreads smiles throughout the locker room and on the field. It's more than just the game with Shedeur, it's the way he carries himself that leaves a lasting impression.
How have you, sensed the whole Shedeur sort of celebrity and aura that kind of follows him around, and what impact does that have on anything?
I don't know if it has an impact on much, but Shedeur's been great. I mean, he's a lot of fun to be around in those meeting rooms, and I think so far there's been, at least once in the meeting room that he's made me crack a smile, and that's what it's all about. He's a young guy trying to learn some football and come out here and practice well and do those things. And like I said, he's been a lot of fun. I mean, he's come up to me and, listen, I probably wasn't too far away from playing against his dad, and now I'm playing with him. So
this kind of team-oriented behavior will undoubtedly work in Shedeur's favor, but at the end of the day, it's his performance on the field that will ultimately seal his spot on the roster. Fortunately for him, and for those watching closely, he's right on track. A recent video of his throws has been making waves online, and for good reason. It highlights the level of precision every quarterback needs, and Shedeur is absolutely delivering. In this particular clip, we see Shedeur breaking away from the pocket, staying composed under pressure, and running behind the line with control. Then comes the moment of magic. He releases the ball with pinpoint accuracy, threading it perfectly to his receiver and forcing a turnover. It's not just a great play, it's a statement. So let's take a closer look at another viral moment. Shedeur is balling right now, and the buzz around him is only getting louder. People across the NFL landscape are starting to admit he just might be the guy for the quarterback position at the Cleveland Browns. The competition is intense, with big names like Joe Flacco and Dylan Gabriel also in the mix, but here's the twist: the tide is shifting. Dylan Gabriel, who not long ago was considered a stronger prospect than Shedeur, is now trailing in recent rankings. Analysts, fans, and insiders alike are beginning to place Shedeur ahead, not just for his performance, but for his consistency, leadership, and poise under pressure. The gap is growing, and Shedeur Sanders is quickly proving that he's not just here to compete, he's here to lead.
But did one of the two look better to you in what they were asked to do than the other?
In just throwing the ball, it's not close. Shedeur Sanders.
It's not close either.
Close. No.
Wow, that's okay. Now that's
but we're standing here, Jay. They're on the field. They break the huddle from team stretch and team jog, and they go both pick up the ball and throw it. It's no question.
Even Cleveland's quarterback coach has taken notice, and his recent comments speak volumes. While he didn't directly criticize Dylan Gabriel, he didn't shy away from pointing out the mistakes Gabriel has made during OTAs. In contrast, his tone shifted noticeably when talking about Shedeur. He praised Shedeur's performance, noting how well he's adapting to the system and expressing a clear desire for him to fully embrace the Browns' play style. That kind of statement isn't just about potential, it's a sign of trust. It shows that Shedeur's character, his strong presence, and the way he carries himself both on and off the field are making a real impact. From his precise execution during drills to his natural leadership in the locker room, Shedeur Sanders is steadily convincing the coaching staff, and maybe the whole organization, that he's the man to watch on this team.
The change to more shotgun. You have kids coming in, and Dylan and Shedeur that not lived in shotgun, but you can basically say they lived in shotgun. You know, there's maybe a few clips we can find of them getting under center, but not much. And then to transition from that to what we're going to ask them to do, you know, a lot of these guys have not regularly turned their back from the defense, and picking that kind of stuff up. How much harder is that transition than maybe people realize, if it is?
No, you said it, and you're using our language to a T. That's what we talk about. It's tough to turn your back on the defense as you depart from center. You make a great play fake, and then you want to find out what you missed when you get to the top of your drop. That's
adding even more. Wait to the conversation, NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky has also spoken out about the quarterback situation in Cleveland, and his take is crystal clear. Orlovsky believes Shedeur Sanders should be the starter for the Browns. In his words, Shedeur isn't just a rising talent, he's a legitimate contender for the QB1 role. Orlovsky emphasized that unless there's a major catastrophe in Shedeur's preseason performance, there's no reason he shouldn't be the Browns' first choice quarterback. His mechanics, accuracy, poise, and leadership are all aligning at the right time.
And by all accounts, it seems like Shedeur's had a good start. So I think one of those guys has got to be the person that, as Cleveland, in the next couple of months, you go, okay, you got to show me you can't do it. Like, you got to show me that this would be a disaster for us to start you, or we're going to start you and see if we've.
And as for those swirling rumors about a potential transfer to the Steelers, Orlovsky shut that talk down, saying Shedeur is a much better fit for Cleveland. From scheme compatibility to locker room chemistry, everything points to Shedeur not only staying with the Browns, but leading them.
I actually always thought Cleveland was a significantly better place for Shedeur than Pittsburgh when it came to their scheme.
But one thing that still leaves many scratching their heads is how Shedeur Sanders ever ended up falling to third on the quarterback priority list in the first place. When that shift happened, it sparked a wave of speculation. Not just about his performance, but also about his character and team spirit. Whispers around the league questioned whether he had what it takes to lead at the highest level, both on and off the field. But now, those doubts are being silenced, and for good reason. With his recent on-field performances, his respectful attitude toward veterans like Joe Flacco, and his growing presence in the locker room, Shedeur has not only proven his skill, but also cleared up any misconceptions about his character. The narrative has shifted. The questions are over. Shedeur Sanders is showing everyone exactly who he is. A true competitor, a strong teammate, and a quarterback ready to rise.
I don't know what it is, man, but I'm hearing out of Cleveland that Shedeur is impressing, Tom. That Shedeur Sanders is 100% in a mix for a starting quarterback job at the Cleveland Browns. I understand it's organized team activity.
NFL insider Tom Pelissero has also weighed in on the growing conversation around Shedeur Sanders and his chances of starting for the Cleveland Browns. According to Pelissero, while it's generally rare for a third-string quarterback to leap into the starting role, Shedeur's case is different. He pointed out the obvious. Joe Flacco, at 40 years old, brings a wealth of experience and leadership to the team, and Shedeur clearly respects that, something we've all seen in the now viral video where he talks about being willing to clean Flacco's locker if asked. That level of humility speaks volumes, but when it comes to the starting spot, Pelissero believes Shedeur could absolutely be the one to make it happen. His performance, maturity, and command of the offense are setting him apart. In a typical league scenario, the third quarterback is a long shot, but Shedeur Sanders is proving that he's anything but typical.
So why are they splitting reps in Tennessee, Tom? Like, what are you hearing from there? I mean, Will Levis even had basically admitted he's not starting for the Tennessee Titans. Quote, he was speaking this week, quote, anyone who's ever been in my situation would agree that it sucks. End quote.
With all the buzz, expert opinions, and viral moments stacking up, one thing is becoming increasingly clear. Shedeur Sanders is emerging as a serious prospect for the starting quarterback position at the Cleveland Browns. His talent on the field is undeniable, but it's his respect for veterans like Joe Flacco and his strong presence in the locker room that truly set him apart. Whether it's showing humility, uplifting teammates, or executing plays with precision, Shedeur is proving he's more than just a rising name. He's a complete team player. With support from analysts like Dan Orlovsky and insider Tom Pelissero, plus growing trust from the Browns coaching staff, Shedeur has momentum on his side. If he maintains his current trajectory through preseason, there's a real chance we'll see him under center when the season kicks off. Shedeur Sanders is no longer just part of the conversation, he's leading it. What do you think about Shedeur Sanders' actions and the level of humility he continues to show, both on and off the field? Do you believe this kind of character is what the NFL, and especially the Cleveland Browns, need right now? More importantly, do you want to see him suit up and make plays as the starting quarterback for the Browns this season? His attitude, leadership, and growing support from coaches and analysts are making a strong case, but we want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let us know if you think Shedeur Sanders is ready to lead the charge in Cleveland.